Hey, it's Eric Rokich, and I'm here with Brian Grasso. Now, Brian has been in the fitness industry for quite some time, and he's done a lot of things to help a lot of people. And he's here because I wanted to find out some information to talk about Dio himself, how Dio has actually helped him, and he's helped others, and kind of see what Brian's thoughts are on this. So, Brian, I appreciate you taking the time to do this. Just for everybody who's seeing this and may not know your background, kind of just give a brief background so people can kind of reference you to kind of what your experience is and when we're talking about Dio.
Sure. Well, I mean, Eric, I've been in the fitness industry for 16 years and recently retired from it. But in that time, I think I did and saw it all, to be honest. I worked with elite athletes, general fitness clientele, started organizations, a certification, and a franchise. So I really explored every avenue of the fitness industry and know the industry well. And Dio is a guy who kind of presented himself on my radar about a year ago with a new initiative outside of the fitness industry I was doing, which was mentoring people in the ways of life success and fulfillment. And Dio became, gosh, I just attached myself to this guy immediately. And it's funny, when you were kind of giving the intro there, the first thing I thought of, and this is not meant disrespectfully at all, Eric, because you understand this. I'm such a busy guy with so many tasks to do in a given day. Plus, I have 2 kids, so my days are full. But when you asked me if I would mind spending a few moments to talk about Dio, I didn't think to. I mean, of course. My answer was, of course, before I even typed back the words, of course. He's just such a light. The man's got so much light in him, and I would do anything for that man. And yet I've never met him face to face. He's as wonderful a person as I've ever known virally in my entire life.
Do you see, you've never met him face to face, and you're willing to say this and do all this for others. Now, do you see this and him carry over to his clients? Like, do you think his clients are really getting the same feeling?
I do. I mean, I think his clients, most definitely. I think other fitness professionals who are fortunate enough to come across his path. Dio is an inside-out guy, and that's what I think we all need to be as it relates to the fitness world, is get inside of ourselves, get inside of our clients, understand that fat loss and weight loss and healthy living are very critical things, very important things, but they all come from an inside-out approach that I've often said, like, there's not a person on the planet who doesn't know that an apple is more beneficial to eat than a chocolate bar, and yet people struggle with those decisions day to day. Dio gets that, and I would go as far as saying is that anybody, who has the prospects of being his client would be in some of the best hands of any fitness professional I've ever come across in my entire life. But it's not, he's a great trainer who knows his stuff, and I trust him wholly with that, but it's broader and bigger than that. He gets people, he understands people, he truly, truly, authentically cares for his clients, and that alone is just, it's such a separating factor between him and other fitness professionals. The degree of love and care he has for people and his clients. And I've seen it on his Facebook wall. I've seen his clients gush with love for him, and I know exactly why. I felt the exact same thing just in communication with the guy. He's a brilliant man with a bright soul, and that's what makes him so powerful and so fortunate for anybody who gets to be mentored by him.
Now, you've seen, you're saying this, you've seen the things that he can do and he's capable of doing. You've helped him over the past year since you've come in contact with him. How has he helped you?
Oh, great question. You know what? Dio was the very first man who made me realize that the initiative that I was creating once I stepped outside the fitness industry and started a new organization, he was the first guy who made me realize that there was worth to what I was doing, that he was really walking into this journey full board and accelerated the belief I had in myself and the venture I was putting together. And that is indispensable. For someone walking into a brand new field, a brand new industry, a little uncertain, with a strong belief attached to what he was doing, but uncertain of how it was going to unfold, Dio was the shining star who really, really kept me going. Probably more that he even realizes. I mean, I've told him this before, but not in such a verbose way. So I hope he sees this and he comes to realize just how powerful an impact he had on me in helping me believe even more fully in what I was doing. That and his unconditional love. I can't get away from that. The guy just spews care. It is not inauthentic. It is not superficial. It is not lip service. He cares about every correspondence he has with somebody and puts all of himself into it. And that's a beautiful thing. And he's helped me. He's helped me and inspired me to do more of that myself.
And that's very interesting because Dio, I guess to a lot of his clients are just, as a trainer, he's helping them lose weight, and that's kind of way a lot of people may see him, but you're not there for that. He hasn't helped you with that. He's literally helped you take something that you questioned, you weren't even sure what it was, and it helped you change your life and gave you confidence to know that it was working. Is that right?
100%. Yes, 100%.
Now, how would you say, and it's tough because you don't talk to him, I guess, face to face all the time, or you don't see his clients, but how would you say that maybe carries over to his clients? That you see this. So if you're not even directly in fitness and you're not helping you lose weight or anything, like it's a totally different area, how does that carry over to his clients?
Whenever I talk to Dio on Skype or on the phone, or we message back and forth, he's got questions or we're just kind of shooting the breeze, that feeling you get on the inside where you just kind of feel good? That's how I know. Because people are busy. People have stress. People have frustrations with weight loss and fat loss. People have fear about their health. And trainers are a dime a dozen. There's a million in every state. Some are great, some are not, and some are not good even remotely. But what separates Dio in my mind is that he's the best part of your day. I mean, I don't know if I could say it any more plainly than that. You're going to get up in the morning, you're going to have breakfast, you're going to go to the office, you're going to have stress, you're going to have strain, you're going to have due dates and deadlines. But after work is done, you go visit Dio for a workout, he's going to be the best part of your day. Now, if that is not what you want and what we should all have in a fitness professional, then I don't know what is. And I got to be honest, 16 years, he's one of those very special fitness professionals who really is the very best part of your day because that's what he aims to be. That kind of inspiration doesn't come around every day.
If you were to put a number, I guess like 1 out of 100 or something, or a percentage on like how many trainers that you see that are like this, what would you say that percentage is?
Less than 5%.
Okay. So
we get caught up in the X's and O's. Whose training methodology is better? Who is more fit themselves? Who has better client testimonial? And 95% of trainers in the world miss that. He's one of the 5% who get it. Our job, his job, and he knows it's his job, and he takes it very seriously, but it's more than a job for him. It's an internal obligation he wants to do, is he's the very best part of your day. That is what a fitness professional is supposed to be.
Let's say he's got a prospect or somebody that's watching this, and you're like, well, maybe, I'm thinking about working at Dio. There's another trainer in the area or something I'm thinking about too, and they're on the fence. They're not sure whether or not they're going to work with Dio or not. What would you want to say to somebody like that who's maybe on the fence?
Well, great question. And here's my answer. I don't know if I could say any more than I already have, but I will say this. Give him a shot one time. And I'm not joking. Give him one session to make you a believer, you will be. And I absolutely guarantee that. There's no question in my mind. Give him 1 hour.
Anything else you want to add about Dio's service or what he's doing?
He gets it, man. He gets people. He understands. He's not lived a beautiful life. He's had struggles and strain. He's had difficult times, and yet he's come out of it with a complete faith in mankind. And that is so unique. People who have gone through difficult times often become jaded and cynical. And he's the exact opposite. I mean, that's just the kind of spirit and person you want around you. That life has thrown horrible curveballs at that guy, and yet he's as good a man as there is on the planet. So every trainer knows the X's and O's. Every trainer has fat loss secrets and training advice. Dio's is as good as anybody else. But the fact that he's going to be the best part of your day and authentically care about you, it's a no-brainer. Give him 1 hour, and you will know inside the first 15 minutes.
Very cool. Brian, I appreciate you taking the time to fill in some details about who Dio is and what he's doing for people. And obviously, you've been doing this a long time. You're an authority in the industry, so it's a pretty big deal. So I think it's very cool, and I appreciate you taking the time to do that.
My honor. My honor.